Ladies and gentlemen, Melina's looking captivatingly gorgeous, darlings. Now, guys, I've seen some YouTube channels that I'm like, my goodness, this is an actual channel, and it's got like way more subscribers than me. Now, I know you're saying, well, you shouldn't say this because you want to make sure your fans are like supportive and they like your channel and they want to watch because they want to watch, right? You have to make sure they want to watch. You don't want to be like, you have to watch. You can't be like that, obviously. But I'm seeing this one channel and it's just like, oh my God, like it was a woman that sews and she's not very attractive for some, which is not a big deal. Not that you shouldn't like a channel only for that reason. Some of there's good entertainers from all walks of life. They don't have to be attractive to be good. But this girl, like she's a sewer, she sews things. She sewed a wedding dress and it was the plainest wedding dress I had ever seen. I'm like, oh my God, like you would think that a young person would have made it. And like, and I'm not trying to criticize her. She made it. She's proud of herself. She got a lot of subscribers, so people obviously like it. So I'm not trying to criticize her. I would never say anything mean to anyone. I would never be critical of anyone. If it's their work and they're proud of it and they get people to follow, great. That's great news for them, right? But I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm like so much better. Like my dress, this dress itself is like way better than her wedding dress that she made. It's a wedding dress, like her actual wedding dress that she used on her wedding day. So I'm like, oh my God. But she attracts a different audience for sure. She's not going to attract someone that likes makeup, makeup glam, or ultra, ultra glam. She is going to attract people. She has a health disorder, some health disorders. So she's going to attract people that have health disorders that are like, way to go, you made something really nice, and it's going to be more satisfying to them. Like for me, I need something. If it's a wedding dress, even if it's a short wedding dress, it's got to have detail, like tons of. It's got to be like a JLo wedding dress if it's going to be something I'm satisfied with, or it's got to be like a Lady Gaga dress or something, right? Like or whatever. Even like a Whitney Houston dress, like a Whitney Houston dress is perfect because she's super gorgeous and thin, and she's got a short dress that fits her just right. So I'm like, oh my God, this channel. I'm like, holy. I mean, like I said, she attracts a different audience, and I mean, I'd watch it. I mean, it's not like bad or anything. She's a good person. She's adorable. But I'm like, she's got way more subscribers than me, and she's been on it. She's had a blog for years before, and then she was on it for about 6 years. So it makes sense she's gonna have like so altogether it's 7 years. So of course it makes sense she's gonna have subscribers. But I'm like, come on, like as if I don't have like I've got so much talent, so many nice, really edgy, cool looks, gorgeous looks, and I'm like, okay, like honestly, I've been on my channel 2.5 years, but I did have channels before that got people to subscribe. So you think the same people would have subscribed to those and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm like, oh my goodness, like you should have seen the wedding dress. And I don't want to criticize. I mean, she's proud of her work, and a lot of people adore her. She's got 14,000 subscribers, so good for her. That's great. I'm really happy. I'd celebrate that. I'm really proud of her for doing what she did. She got lots of attention. Great, but I'm thinking to myself, like, even my worst dress is probably better than her wedding dress. Like, I've had some pretty bad dresses sometimes. And the worst dress that I had on, maybe it was that brown copper one that had like sleeves over here. It was nicer. Like, it was like, and it was like really weird sleeves, and it was like really cheaply made. I think that dress was nicer than her wedding dress. It was like a white dress with like really weird sleeves and like really really weird details. But I mean, I'm supportive of her anyway because I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm not going to mention her channel name because that would be rude. I don't think it's right to mention someone's channel name when you're telling people that your channel's way better in that way. I mean, I have done that before, but usually the person is very talented and I recognize the talent. But this, I'm just like, that dress is so plain. Like I'm like, and not everyone's gonna wear an extravagant wedding dress. Not everybody likes extravagant. Not everybody wants to wear, Chanel and Gucci. Not everyone likes that. But and of course, we people that are the audience of her are probably people that would never wear Chanel and Gucci. So it makes sense. Of course, you're gonna attract an audience. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her getting 14,000 subscribers. I'm saying like after all the great looks I've got, all the great singing and dancing, all the stuff that I've done, I find that people are very hard on me. I don't know why. I get very, I have a very, I'm just not, you know, when I go out, I'm not really overly friendly to everyone, but I shouldn't have to be, you know. I mean, I'm very friendly when I talk to someone. I'm actually sitting down talking to someone I am. So I really don't think it should be something that I'm being judged whenever I go out in the street. I think if you subscribe to me, you should be happy to be subscribed to me, regardless of whether you saw me on the street and thought something of what I've done. Because I'm very good-hearted. I'm racing around, got lots to do, and people are getting better. I used to have people that react differently to me. People are getting better, so they're not saying as many negative things. But I'm like, I really work hard so that you guys have something to watch and enjoy. All right, and my fans know this. You guys are great. All right, bye everyone.